What race is your character?
I am a fire Genesee.
Looking at
Cool.
it.
What?
So
I don't know what the hell that is.
Me either. No idea what the hell that is.
I'm trying to see if my character would care based on the race. What he's saying.
well,
Well,
wow.
I'll tell you what. As he says that, it seems like I walk up to Ops character and tell him, well, it looks like I'm going to be getting to our quarry first. So if you're going to sit here and drink, enjoy. I'm leaving.
none of the other bar people in the bar cared, other than maybe Op and
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in what
Megan's character.
the Fire Genesee is saying.
Can you say what that is again?
Oh, he's just gonna go to Artra to go partying, not partying, but on an adventure.
Oh no,
Gonna
the
go
race
party.
of fire what?
Genesee.
Fire Genesee.
Genesee?
Yeah.
Okay, well what I'm doing is my cat's getting really hungry, so I hunt down Tom and ask him for some milk.
Tom laughs at you and says,
There's
Ah,
none here.
it's
They're
a,
all at Archer.
"It's a bar, lassie. We have no milk here, but if you go to Artra, you can find some milk in
No.
Artra."
I know it! I know it!
Someone just asked me about Artra. What's an Artra?
I'm trying to figure out where I am.
If you go to Artra, lassie, I'm sure you'll find out what's in Artra. He says, rather knowingly and pointedly.
Can I
And then
can
he
I
walks
hear
away.
that? Can I hear that going on since I'm kind of like watching everything again? Or is he back on the other side of the bar?
Roll for perception. We'll see.
Because I'm like, I think I was in the corner he was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 17.
Okay, yeah, you heard it.
Yeah. Apparently he likes Artra and he doesn't want us to be here, is what I shout out to Megan's character. And go back to my mead.
I'm noticing a lot of people mentioning this word. And I'm trying to make sense of why this is happening. So I guess I go back to the bartender, whatever his name is.
And?
Halfling. I'm speaking directly to him now.
Please, don't be so formal. Call me Tom Bomb.
Sorry, Mr. Baum. I've heard you tell many of the patrons that they should go to Artra. Why is this?
Well, firstly, I have not told many of the patrons, for the patrons, as you see, are paying for all of their drinks. He motions and indicates everyone, and has a lasting point towards the halfling that is on the bar drinking alone. And then he says, I've been telling only the right people. And he does this thing with his head. I forget what it taps his head. And he says, I've been telling only the right people to go to Archer because they'll find something there, like you will too. It is a village about 2 days to the north. Just follow the river. He winks, and he skips back into the kitchen to fetch some more food.
Yeah, at this point, I didn't walk back up to Fritz's character. Are we leaving or not?
I'm giving another 2 minutes and then we'll head out. I'm just gonna collect a few more things.
I'd begrudgingly look back up at the ceiling and walk back to my corner.
I was about to go back over to Genesee where I was headed until he shouted out, Damien shouted out that everyone was going to Archer. So I go over to Genesee, whatever his name. I'm so sorry.
Frederick.
And I just, introduce myself. Hi, I'm Vulcan.
Hi, Vulcan. I'm Fenric. Are you interested in going to Archer as well?
Yes, it's quite odd. That seems to be the only place noteworthy of going.
That's the sense that I'm getting. I've asked around a couple different bars and towns, and they all keep saying go to Archer. So we're gonna head out in about another minute or two, and then you're welcome to.
Alrighty, so.
I suppose I could go with you.
Very
Has
good.
anyone else decided to go with you?
So far, it's you, me, Damon, and then there might be someone on the other end of the bar who wants to go with
Say
us.
that
I'm gonna
last
go
one
ask
again.
Hmm?
Who was that last person you spoke of?
Uh, I don't know her name yet,
Damien.
but she's on the other side of the bar, and I'm about to go ask her if she'd like to join us.
Could you point him out?
Right over there. Not too far, just like 20 feet that way.
He indicates the half elf woman that is
I'm a full.
curiously. Oh, full elf. Yeah, he indicates the full elf woman that is curiously messing with a cat at the moment.
Fine. I'll go with you.
So I am finished wrangling with my cat, and I approach. What's Fritzen's character's name? Well, I don't know
Henrik?
his name yet, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard that you were going to a place called Artra, and I was told that I need to find something there. May I join you?
You may. We're about to head out right now.
Great. My name's Rayleigh. Nice to meet you. Would you happen to have any
Rayleigh?
milk?
I can't say that I do. No.
Suddenly, a very tired and busy-looking halfling runs up to Rayleigh and shoves a glass of milk into her hands, and then runs off.
Well, it looks like you got your milk.
Yes.
I make one last
I'm just
announcement.
gonna go outside for a second and drink it.
All right, go for it. I make one last announcement to the bar saying the party leaving for Atra is heading out now, and I start walking to leave the bar.
Mind the gap. Mind the gap. I guess I get up and follow.
You're coming too.
I already told you where I was going. It's up to you if you want to come or not.
Mind your distance from me.
Yeah. I can't much stand the smell to begin with, so that's not going to be a problem.
Noted.
Alrighty, so y'all go forth, and on the first night of journeying to Artra, y'all, nothing happened so far. So you're gonna stop for the night at some point, or y'all just gonna keep on going until you get to Artra?
Well, during the journey, I fall back a little bit and approach Megan's character. I keep hearing purring. Is the cat with us, or is that you?
I don't know.
Can I
It's
make
the
a?
cat.
Can I check and see if the cat? Oh, okay, I was about to say.
It's the cat.
It's the cat.
Okay.
Okay.
We're out in the middle of
As
the
you get
woods.
further away, as you get further and further away from the little village of Meadhaven, the cat becomes a little bit more. Well, either way, the cat becomes a little bit more nervous. So go ahead and roll for animal handling again. Really, go roll for animal handling.
11.
11. The cat scampers out of your bag and runs back towards the village.
And I'm just laughing the whole time.
Okay.
Hi, little one.
I
I suppose you didn't want it anymore.
How are y'all traveling to the village of Artra?
I'm falling back. I'm taking up the rear.
Okay. I assume
Going
that
back
Fenric is leading.
Uh,
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Which way are you taking? Are you following the road or the river?
We're gonna follow the river.
The river? Okay.
I guess I'm directly behind his character, but I keep checking behind at Damien.
And I just wave every time.
What's your guys' passive perception?
Mine's 14.
Okay.
I see it. 13.
10, 13, 14 is the highest so far.
14.
Okay. Cool. Continue.
I catch back up to Rayleigh's, or I catch up back up to Megan's character. I didn't quite catch your name before we left. What was it?
My name's Rayleigh. What's yours?
Riley, right? You said Riley?
Rayleigh.
Riley, right? Okay, and I walk back
Rayleigh.
and I fall back.
Okay, cool. Well, soon y'all become rather tired and must decide if you're going to rest for the night or if you're going to um, just carry on the adventure in the morning.
Look, I've
I
been running
suggest
all
that-
day. I wouldn't mind actually laying down. If we're gonna keep going, if y'all are gonna keep going, I'm just gonna find some place to lay down. I'm sorry.
Cool.
I'm fine with making. Anyone
Okay.
else want to just sit down for a while? Take a short rest or a long rest, and then get up in the morning.
What time is it right now? Exactly, if you could
Probably about 10 o'clock.
at night.
Yes, p.m.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
Okay.
A
Y'all
long
want
rest
to
is
do
what, 8 hours?
a long rest is 8 hours, a short rest is 4 hours. So 8 hours would be 6 in the morning, is when y'all would take up the walk again.
Good to me.
We should probably get up when the sun comes up.
About 6 in the morning. So
I'm fine with
Um,
that.
We taking watch or what?
I'll take first watch.
All right. I'll take second. Wake me up when you go to bed,
All right, sounds good.
and I'll lay down.
all of y'all go to sleep.
So are we having?
Just well, that's really up to y'all, but I would suggest one person take every 2 hours, so 4 watches total, one for each of you. But yeah, so Fenric is taking the first watch. Go ahead and roll for perception for me, Fenric.
I got a 12.
You got a 12. Okay.
Yeah.
You see nothing. Nothing happens during the night. Nothing tries to attack you. So now it's your watch, Damien.
Okay. When I get up, I immediately climb up into a near tree.
Okay, cool. I like it. So when you roll for perception this time, you get to roll with what's called advantage, which basically means that you get to roll twice and take the highest number.
Yes, sir. Oh, being that I'm in the tree, is that stealthing me at all too? It's up to you. Like,
Do you
I'm asking,
want to?
like-
Do you want to try and conceal yourself?
Yeah, that's kind of why I went up in the tree.
Oh,
To
well,
hide.
okay. I thought you went up for like just a perspective, but yeah, go ahead, roll for stealth. Let's see it.
I mean, technically both, but yeah. 22.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's pretty fair enough to say that you were successfully hidden in the tree.
Still
So
on
go
the
ahead,
road,
roll
touch it,
for
right?
roll for perception, please.
Still with advantage.
Yes, still with advantage.
Thank God. 15. The first one was a 1.
You see a shape that seems to be just kind of on the outer edge of the. Did y'all start a fire?
I would assume we did.
I went to sleep before, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, cool. So you see a shape on the edge of the fire, just kind of out in the darkness, right at that perfect spot where you can't really
How
see
far
it.
from camp?
Pretty close to camp, and it is pretty obvious that they are watching you. Not you.
I think
They lost you. They don't know where you are, but they're watching the other party members.
can I see anything else around them?
Trees, plains, the river.
It's just a single person that I can see.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna stealthily. I'm gonna quietly climb back down the tree, trying to stay hidden. But before I do, I take one of my daggers and chuck it right near Rayleigh's head to wake her up, and I try and stealth into the bush and see about flanking around that character's position.
Okay. So since you're throwing a dagger at Rayleigh, go ahead and roll for
I'm not throwing
an
it.
attack.
I'm not throwing it. I'm not throwing it at her. I'm throwing it near her to make a noise.
Yep.
All right. So roll for an
just
attack.
roll a d20. Yeah, roll a d20.
Okay.
Just to see if you hit.
It's a 4.
Yeah, you definitely miss her head.
Thank God.
Alrighty. Go ahead, roll for stealth again.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Well, you clearly do not move quietly, and as you get out of your tree, the dark shape takes notice of you and flees into the forest.
I'm not gonna pursue. I'm gonna carefully move to the position that he was in last and check the ground as I go.
Okay, roll for perception.
20.
You see 2 boot prints.
Okay, can I see in what area they went off into?
Yeah, they went off back towards the south.
Okay. I go back, get my dagger, and make sure Rayleigh's up.
Okay.
So, what's your name, dude? Because someone just threw a dagger at my head. Did you see it?
Yeah, Damien, that was me. I was trying to get you up. We were being watched. We were being watched a second ago. I was trying to sneak up on it, but didn't work out too well. I need you to do me a favor and check this area, see if you can see anything that I may have missed.
Okay.
And-
Well, what have you seen so far?
There was some shadow figure stalking pretty close to the camp, just outside of the fire range, kind of like tucked in the shadows. When I got down, they ran off, but I got to the area they were standing. I seen boot prints, so they did leave behind some footprints. I don't know if you can follow them, but a second set of eyes on it might help. And I bring her to the as I'm walking her to the as I'm walking her towards the boot print, I pass over Ops character and just slap him in the face with my tail to wake him up.
Okay.
And keep
What was
going.
that?
Shut up! Get up a minute and come see.
You dare hit me while I sleep, demon.
Would you rather I slit your throat like this character was about to do?
Would you rather I crush your foot with my boot?
You're gonna wake
So,
Fenric up too?
Yeah, I tell Op, wake up the other dude, and then I bring her
I'm not just gonna do that. I'm
to the
still
boot
pissed
prints.
off.
I mean, if you want to go back to sleep, you can go back to sleep. We're probably about to die, but that's fine.
No, I'm arguing with you. You just slapped me.
Yeah, I walked away from that.
Well,
Alright.
I'm following.
Well, Fenric, you're woken up by the argument anyway. So.
So, looks like it ran off in this direction, and I'm pointing in the direction I
South,
see, like, yeah.
back towards Meadhaven.
Oh, it went back towards Meadhaven. So
There
I
was
look.
someone here.
Yes, thank you.
How tall
I look
was
over
this
to.
character?
Hmm?
Was it like was this person that ran off? Was it like full height, or was this like possibly halfling height?
I mean,
What did you
What-
roll
what-
again? You rolled a, 15?
yeah, that's why I didn't really assume too much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since he's asking you and I didn't tell you,
No, I rolled a
he was
14.
about
Rolled a
medium
14.
build, so he was. Oh, still, you got it. So he was about medium build, so not a halfling unless he's a very tall halfling. even taller than Tom Bomb. So,
Yeah. So, I turn to Riley. Is there anything you can do to kind of figure out what's going on around here?
Maybe. Would you accompany me to follow the boot prints?
This is where we die. Okay, and I start following her
okay.
quietly. No, actually, as
So
she's
you're
moving,
following Rayleigh?
I fall back. Yeah, I fall back and kind of hide. So stealth. I go stealth.
Rayleigh, roll for perception first. Actually, wait, should I do something else? Should probably put up tracking or something.
Okay, 19.
Hang on. Although that's a really nice 19.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. If it holds, it won't show you anything more than what you saw there. Come on, pickle pods, pull up, why don't you? If there's a tracking, that's what I'll have you roll. But
Survival is the only thing I see in the list. I don't see anything like tracking or anything like that.
okay, well,
I mean, there's investigation.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, roll for investigation.
That's Riley, right? Not me.
Yeah, really.
Riley. I'm gonna be doing that on
Gonna keep
purpose.
doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You rolling for investigation? Megan?
Oh, I am?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because you're the one leading us here.
Oh, okay, got it. 13.
Mhm. 13. Okay. You see the tracks go off to the south, but disappear once they come to the trees.
Does she communicate this with me, Megan?
That's up to her.
That's what I'm asking.
No, I do not.
Okay. So I'm in stealth as she's moving, as she was following. I decided to stealth and I'm hiding.
Okay. So I think I'm alone.
Well, you told me to follow you, and I said I would. You just don't see me following.
Okay. But I know he's there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, so I whisper, where are you? I'm gonna climb up a tree and see if I can see anything better.
I don't say anything. I just stay nearby.
Okay.
So I climb a tree near where I see the boot marks end, see if I can see anything.
Okay. Roll for investigation. You really? Yes.
7.
7. You see nothing. There are no more signs at all of the dark shape that had followed you to your camp.
Well, in my following, would I see the footprints as well as I'm following near her?
You can roll for investigation too.
Okay. 10.
10. You can't know it for sure, but you think you see the boot prints curve back and go north around the edge of your camp.
Move back and go north around the edge of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At this point, I kind of communicate towards Rayleigh that I'm gonna head back to camp and meet up with the other two. So if she
Okay.
wants to stay in the tree, she can stay in the tree, and I'll walk back to camp.
No, I don't want to stay in the tree. I'm coming with you.
Scramble down. You'll both go back to camp.
All right, as we're walking in.
How far away are they from the camp?
About 30 feet.
That's what
That's
I
fine.
was coming back asking.
Chances are I can still see them.
Talking to Op or talking to Fritzen's character. Either one of you really good at tracking anything, or
I can see in the dark.
yeah, I got
Same.
dark vision as well. And it didn't really seem to help. But we do have footprints. Wondering if either one of you are really good at tracking footprints.
Unfortunately, not. I'm sorry.
I have a +3 to perception. What's that?
I just bring I bring Vulcan. Well, Vulcan,
You
come
have
check
to
out.
ask me to do anything.
Come check out. Come check out. Come check out where we had just lost track. See if you can see anything better than we could with your night vision.
Did you see anyone get away?
Well, as soon as I got out of the tree, he started running away, and it seems like we're being kind of led a little astray. The footprints that we were following, to me, seems like they started turning around and going back north, kind of around where we're heading north, right? And like that's where the sit town is that
Yes,
we're
y'all were heading north. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it seems like it's heading to the town that we're heading. So, see if you can find anything we could.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'll bring him back to where you said it looked like the footprints started trailing off and going north.
Okay. So y'all both go back there. Roll for investigation. Vulcan.
Invest right under intimidation.
Because it is alphabetical.
3.
3. You think that you see the boots go the opposite direction, but they
Jesus.
turn. But so okay. So let me describe this, because the way that Damien sees them, he sees them go. If y'all are all looking south, he sees them go off to the right and curve north. You see them go to the left and curve north.
What do you see?
These appear to go left to the north.
No, these appear to go right to the north.
They're clearly left and to the north.
Okay. I'm going to. How about we do this? You go ahead and follow the tracks to the north. I'm gonna go back to camp, let the others know what's going on, and we'll meet up with you. How about that?
Doesn't seem like a good idea to go alone anywhere,
Well, technically, you'll
especially
be
with
passing.
you right behind me.
Technically, well, one, I won't be right behind you, and two, you'll be passing past the camp anyways. You could just keep following the footprints, and I'm just going back to camp to get the other two.
I'm fine waiting for all of you.
Okay. Then wait. So you're gonna wait here,
Yes.
even though? Okay. All right. That's fine. I go back to camp and I go lay down. I go back to camp when I see the other two. Yeah, there's nothing out there. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I go back to bed.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Well, it's either up to Vulcan or Rayleigh to take the next watch.
So, I just learned from reading about myself that I don't need to sleep for 8 hours. I only need to meditate for 4 hours.
Cool.
So I can cover 2 shifts.
Cool. Well, that's up to Vulcan then.
Well, I mean,
As
I would
long
have
as
to
you
be
can
standing there
indicate
for a while before I realize nothing's happening. So then
Yeah.
I guess I realize nothing's happening and I walk back to camp.
Mhm.
So I guess we're not going forward then.
Well, not
What time
searching
is it?
for. It's okay. So midnight, probably about most of the way through your shift. So it's about 1:57. Just in time for the next shift.
Oh yeah, I'm snoring at this point.
Cool.
I'll take the shift.
Okay. Well, Rayleigh, you can go back to sleep because Vulcan's going to take the shift. All right. Cool. You see.
Kind of disappointed that I got up for nothing.
No problem. You see nothing. Nothing happens on your shift. It is now Rayleigh's shift, which also nothing happens throughout the night. You wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, and you can continue journeying to Artra if you wish.
Upon waking up,
Good.
upon waking up, I stomp out what's left of the campfire and say, "All right, everyone, I'm going to be in about 10 minutes. See you in 10 minutes."
As I'm waking up, I'm stretching, looking over at Op's character. Is Op, are you awake yet or no?
I'm not even sure. I guess I'm waking up at the same time.
Okay.
Sort of getting my hair together.
As you're doing all of that, how'd them footprints turn out?
Go to hell, or whatever it is we believe in here.
Been there.
You can
done
say that.
that. I get all my gear together and just wait for everybody to be ready.
Okay.
While I'm doing that now, I'm scanning the forest around me to see if there's anything else going on.
Roll for perception.
Okay, 19.
You see nothing.
Okay. I
Fantastic.
continue about what I was doing.
Alright, I start walking off toward Artra.
Okay. You're going to follow him?
Let's follow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm at the party.
All right. So y'all venture to Artra. Let me see.
I'm actually behind this time. Last in line, if you will.
Gotcha.
I'm second in line.
Nothing happens for the rest of the day.
Okay.
So it's
Do we
now 10
actually
o'clock
wake
at night, and you're going to take another rest. You're going to keep walking.
We're not there yet?
Nope.
Okay.
You'll get there tomorrow, though.
It's up to y'all. If y'all want to rest or if y'all want to keep walking, it does not matter to me now.
Let's do another rest. Let's do the same shift schedule. I'll do first, you do second.
All right.
Just go in normal order.
Cool. Well, you see nothing, Finrick. Nothing happens in the night. You see nothing for your shift, Damien. You see nothing for your shift, Vulcan, and you see nothing for your shift, Rayleigh. So it's now morning, 6 in the morning.
Okay. I wake up and I take a look around.
Okay, roll for perception.
It's a really cool animation. 11.
11, you see nothing. Nothing
Cool.
looks out of ordinary, other than, there's trees and farmlands, and you're definitely close to Artra. And to the north of it, you can actually see smoke billowing from chimneys.
Looks like we're close.
About damn time. I wouldn't mind being back in civilization. How big is it? How big of a town is Archer? Do any of y'all know? I've never been there.
Also, I've never been.
Nor have I.
Okay then. Good talk. I get up and get my shit together.
I put out the campfire and give everyone a 5-minute warning, and then start walking Artra.
Cool. So, y'all go to Artra. Y'all get there. And it's a nice little village, a little bit bigger than Meadhaven. As you walk in, though, you can see that things are just a little bit off.
In what way?
Well, it seems that there have been a couple houses on the outer rim of it that are, as you pass them, you notice that they're clearly been damaged. Some from fire, some just because, because it seems as salvagers came and took some of the wood or something, and there's clearly signs of some sort of unrest. that are going on in the village. But as you get closer and closer, everyone seems perfectly fine. Nobody seems worried. It just seems like another normal day.
I'm a little uneased by the sight of houses that have been damaged by fire.
It's also quite recent.
Yeah, so I'm very uneased.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like anybody really gives a shit about it either.
You'll get to the main square, and to the north, they have a signpost and it says that there is the uh, port of Ire. To the west, there is a forest. Um, Underneath that particular signpost that says the forest, there is a rather disconcerting note that says, abandon hope, all ye who enter here," and it's clearly not a fun place to be. To the east is the river, and to the south they have a signpost that says Mead Haven. On the corner as well, there are two different pubs. One is a little bit larger and clearly more geared towards travelers spending the night. The other seems to be just a place for the locals to gather. There is a general store and a town hall.
Who's up for checking up that forest, y'all?
Sounds like fun to me. Let's do it. How do you two feel about going to the forest?
I'm rather quiet.
You mean the one that said you go in there, you die?
Yep, that one.
No, I'm good.
Oh, that's the place you're saying go.
Yeah, why not?
There's quite a
Sit-
lot of reasons not to go in there.
You said there was a town hall nearby.
There is.
This is Archer, right? This is the
This
town that we're
is actually Archer. Yes.
in. Okay. I throw my vote in for at least going to the town hall and trying to see if anybody needs anything around here, or if we can start gathering information. I have somebody I'm looking for right now. I have no need to go into a forest.
All right, let's go to the town hall first. Nothing turns up there. Then we'll go to the forest.
I'm sticking with the group.
Sounds
Same.
fine.
Cool. So y'all go into the town hall. There's a couple clerks behind a desk, and they're just busy doing clerky things. There's a scribe off to the right, and there's a pair of double doors straight ahead in front of you. The
Okay.
double doors say mayor's office.
Past, you said there was two clerks.
Two clerks to the left and two scribes to the right.
I go over to one of the scribes.
Mhm.
And ask him, on the way into town, seen a bunch of houses that were set on fire and stuff like that. What the hell's been going on around here?
Houses on fire? It's a rather old scribe that you're talking to, and he clearly has no idea what you're indicating. Houses on fire? I think we would have known about those. Houses on fire? They're not. Are they still on fire?
I immediately scoot down to the younger looking one. Same question.
Well, by younger, he's only a couple years younger. He's rather old himself.
Jesus.
Houses on fire? There are no houses on fire here. We would have heard about it and dispatched the fire patrol.
I walk away. Okay. I walk back to the group. So
Have any of us heard that conversation already?
Sure.
I was about to come pass it off.
Yeah. Y'all heard it.
Because I'm trying to figure out how much I have to do.
Mhm.
So if I've heard that already, I would walk over to the clerk and sort of ask the same question. So the
Well-
one closest to me.
The clerks are two definitely younger women.
Hmm.
I'm not going to do a woman's voice, just to let y'all know.
Just say the thing.
So you ask. There's a red-haired one, and then there is a brunette one. They look about
The
the
one
same
that's
age.
closest.
The one that's closest is the redhead.
What do you know
So,
about the homes on fire on the edge of town?
homes on fire. What do you mean,
Yep.
homes on fire? We must dispatch the fire patrol right away. Where are they? She seems
That's
rather
not right.
concerned.
Jesus. Well, they weren't on fire. They've been on fire. There's fire damage to them.
What do you mean they weren't on fire? And then, but if they weren't on fire, how do they have fire damage? What are you, I'm very confused
I was talking to
now.
you at the beginning of that sentence, and then I went into the.
No. That's I'm sorry. That's the young lady asking you that question. Those questions.
I'll walk over to.
She
So we're
seems to
doing it like
know.
that.
She seems to know nothing about homes on fire or anything, or
Fine.
having been on fire.
I'll walk
Fine.
over to Vulcan's character. Yeah, it seems they don't really either they don't really give a shit or something else is going on.
It is rather strange.
I'm not going to open it, but I approach the mayor's door and watch the clerks and the scribes as I do.
Okay. They show no concern for you approaching the mayor's door. Are you trying to eavesdrop and see if there's something to listen to, or are you going to go in
I put my hand on the door.
to knock?
No, I'm placing my hand on the door as if like looks like I'm about to push it open and watching them again.
The brunette clerk looks up, sees you putting your hand on the door, and says, "Go on in. He doesn't have a meeting now. You can talk with the mayor. It's quite all right."
I turn back to the group.
I join him and walk into the mayor's room.
I let him go in first.
Okay. Inside, there is a rather small and humble desk. Despite the appearance that the large doors gave, it's rather actually a very small and homey office. There are 3 glass windows behind where the mayor sits, and he sits rather just kind of taking in a certain scroll in his hand. He doesn't notice you as you enter.
What race is the mayor?
He's human.
What human mayor?
He's human. Everyone's human in this town.
I walk up to the mayor and say, "Greetings. I'm rather new to this establishment, and I'm looking for some help."
He doesn't seem to hear you for a moment, and then all of a sudden he kind of snaps out of it and shakes his head and goes, "Huh? Oh, well, hello there, Sonny. You were looking for some help? What may I help you with?"
Can I insight check what he was just dealing with? Or can I like check and see like if maybe he was just coming out of a spell or something?
Yeah, check Arcana. Roll an Arcana check for me.
Oh shit. 14.
There are no signs of any spell that he was under, simply older age seemed to have taken him to a farther away. He seemed to have dozed off. Not dozed off, but kind of was daydreaming.
Okay.
Are there any papers or anything like that sprawled out on his desk that I could read as I'm talking?
Yeah, there's a couple papers. Most of them have, just simple city business. A couple of them mention some fire damage to a couple of the towns, and it specifies in these reports that it was the doings of goblins.
I'm following
I
your
was-
lead.
I was told to come here by Tom Baum, looking to maybe help out the town or just kind of discover a little bit more about myself. And I was told to possibly approach you about getting that aid.
Can I walk in while he's talking to him?
Sure.
Okay.
Tom Baum? Oh, yes, Tom Baum from Meadhaven. I remember him. Good chap. Very good chap. Makes the best ale I've ever had in my life.
While
he
all
seems
this is
to
while
he
they're all talking. Go ahead,
Mhm.
go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
no, he seems to wander off in his own statement, and he looks up and just kind of remembers something, and then he snaps back to and says, "I'm sorry. What was the question? The original question, Friendler? I apologize. You were asking to help, or
To maybe help him out, or if there's anything in the town that needs
oh,
extra help, like taking care of the fire damage.
anything in the town? Taking care of the fire damage. Oh yes, the fire damage. That is out on the old Rourke's farm. Well, I'll tell you what. Those people, they just kind of. They're all deceased, actually. I'm afraid you cannot help them with their fire damage. The goblins got to them a couple days ago. But I'll tell you what, they have a cousin that often stays at the inn across the street. The rather bigger one that's usually for travelers such as yourself. You can certainly see if he needs help. His name is Riley.
I turn around and immediately look at Riley. What the fuck?
His name is Riley or
Okay.
Rayleigh?
His name is Riley. Your name is Rayleigh.
Yeah,
Sorry, Finner. Go ahead.
I'd like to roll an investigation check on the papers to see if there's any other information I might be able to gather from.
Very well. Go ahead.
I rolled a 3.
You roll the 3. There is no other information that you can gather from them.
As I'm
Ask about the goblin.
Pardon?
Ask about the goblins to see if there were how many goblins were there in these attacks or these raids.
Goblins? Goblins. We were just talking about goblins, weren't we? Oh yes, how many goblins raided the Rourke's farm? Well, weren't much. Probably about 3 or 4. But they got away rather quickly and ran into the, He pauses for a moment. Brief horror. Look of horror crosses his face. The forest. I shouldn't go in there if I were you. Evil things.
So I've read notes and I've heard mumblings about this forest. What makes this forest so dangerous? It's just me.
Well, the mayor seems to think for a moment before confessing to you. Well, back when Artra was just founding in its first years, the villagers used to have a cemetery up there in the forest, and every time they lost somebody, they would plant a tree, a rather large pine tree. And so it was that the forest rather became a haunted forest. It is said that their ghosts and their shades often wander the trees at night. I shouldn't go in there if I were you.
Okay. Thank you for your time. I relay whatever information you said to the rest of the.
Okay. So, you all have the information.
We're supposed to be going into this forest, I guess, for the goblins. Is that what he's? Are we?
Well, that's where he said the goblins went.
We can either go and chase down these goblins, or we can go to the inn next door and ask Riley about the encounter that happened and go from
I would put the vote out that we at least learn all we can before we go into a forest that nobody comes back from.
All right, let's go talk to Riley and see what happens.
Okay. So y'all go to the tavern that is across the street. It is called the Horse and Hare Tavern. As you enter, you see a rather young bartender. He is minding the bar, and there is not a soul in there.
Well, this is very concerning.
I walk over to the bartender.
Well, keep in mind it is still rather early in the day, probably about 11 a.m. Most people are working. Okay, so you walk over to the bartender. Hi, how can I help you?
We're
The
looking
bartender
for a
says,
man called Riley.
Riley.
Do you know him?
Let me think, Riley. You know, wait, did you just come across the street from the city hall?
Yes.
The bartender, rather, chuckles to himself a little bit. Oh, that mayor, he says. Riley,
Riley's dead.
there is no Riley. He often confuses the name of another ranger that wanders in the haunted forest. His name is Alteric. Why he calls him Riley, I haven't a clue. Might have something to do with his grandson. But either way, Alteric the Young, that's the man you're looking for. He's off today, but he'll be back sometime tonight. He has a room upstairs.
Alteric.
Spell that for me, Alteric.
Altairic.
Okay.
This Alteric seems like a rather interesting character. What can you tell us about him, Mr. Bartender?
Well, Alteric, he's a rather secretive fellow. Keeps mostly to himself, as most rangers do, but he tends the wood and does what he can to try and keep the shades from entering the village at night. I'll tell you, this village at night is not a place you want to see, this close to the forest as it is. But everyone's safe enough in their room as long as they keep the lights on.
So
So
this
the boogeyman.
Alteric goes into the forest and comes out just fine every day, though.
Well, yes, but that is kind of the what rangers are best known for. But the forest, for the most part, I guess it's from what I hear from Alteric. That is, it's a little bit of a safer place in the day, but he stays out all manners of throughout the night.
So I'm trying to say this away from him, more towards the group. So it looks like if we were to go in there, it'd probably be best if we go in there during the day. But he said he won't be back until tonight. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Having excellent hearing, the bartender says, "Well, that's quite an excellent idea."
I ignore the bartender and keep paying attention to the group.
Well, I mean, we can hang around here till maybe 4, 5, 6, whenever patrons start coming in, and ask more about this Alteric, and maybe even meet Alteric, get his scoop on what's going on.
I vote we just go on the edge for like half an hour, see what happens, and then come back and talk to Alteric.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm trying to think if we ought to go back and see if the mayor even has any recollection of Alteric. If we bring the name up, if it jars anything loose for him.
That seems like a good idea.
Okay.
I'm
So
kind of
let's do it.
curious why he trembled when he was talking about the goblins.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's because they get raided so much and he's lost so many people. Probably lost a lot of his. Said he keeps confusing Riley for somebody else. He's confusing Riley for Alteric, so maybe he lost family to the goblins.
Hmm.
Possibly.
Or maybe there is a Riley.
Could be.
Why don't we ask the clerks? The clerks should know, like, have a registry of who's in the. Why don't we ask them about this Alteric and possibly about Riley if this Riley exists?
Okay, and if we get nothing out of that, I guess we really should at least go see what the forest looks like during the day. At least on the edge, like you were saying.
Yeah,
Alright.
no reason we can't spend the time to do all of that stuff.
Probably not smart to split up the group, is all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Well, why don't we go talk to the clerks first? That seems like a simple option.
Hmm.
So I start walking out the door toward the clerk's office.
I follow.
As do I.
Okay, so y'all go to the clerks. And yeah, y'all ask your question. What are y'all asking exactly?
So I go up to the redheaded clerk and I ask her, I'm looking for a friend of mine, Alteric. Is he in town? Does he reside here?
At the mention of the name of Alteric, the redheaded young lady gets these rather googly eyes and stuff. She clearly uh, brightens a little bit.
A face
And
palm.
she said, "Oh, Alteric, let me tell you about him. He's the most handsomest ranger there ever was. He ventures in the forest bravely to keep us safe at night. And rarely now do the shades and ghosts come into the village."
So they used to come into the village.
Yeah, well, they still do at nights, some nights.
I'm asking her, like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, they still do, of course. There's so many ghosts and shades, and one ranger can't quite keep them all at bay. As valiantly and gallantly as he tries, she twists her hair a little bit with her finger.
how many people have y'all lost to these ghouls and shit?
Oh, none, not for a long while now. Not since Alteric started adventuring. And certainly not since we all learned to keep lights on in our rooms at night.
Is
But-
Alteric born and raised here, or is he a newcomer to town?
Alteric is from the Rangers Guild to the west.
So I asked the woman, was there ever a ranger named Riley?
Riley? She looks confused, clearly having never heard the name. I don't think I've heard of anyone named Riley. There's certainly nobody in the records named Riley. But if you're looking for a ranger, Alteric surely would know him.
While they're talking, I just approach the mayor's door again and crack it open and stick my head in. Is he still in there?
The mayor is still in there, yes.
I just say Alteric, and look at him and see what he does.
He looks up rather startled and goes, Alteric? Alteric? Where? Where is Alteric?
I close the door and leave. All right.
I asked the clerk if she can give me a physical description of Alteric. Besides handsome. Like, how are we talking, like height, hair color, just like a general rundown?
Length.
Oh, he's so tall. He's got to
Jesus.
at least be 6 full feet. And he's got these such broad shoulders.
You asked
You
the
can
wrong
tell.
I realize this now.
With beautiful blonde hair is what he has. And oh, the green tunics he wears surely makes my heart beat.
Alright, 6 foot tall, green tunic, wide shoulders.
Green tunic. That's all we really got to remember.
Alright, thank you for your time. It's been a wonderful conversation.
He's as tall as
Perhaps we
I
can
am.
talk later.
So I guess we're going to the edge of the forest now.
Yep.
One
If
last
that's what you
thing.
wanna go.
I'm gonna walk over to the mayor and walk into his office. Ask him about Riley. If he can describe Riley to us.
Riley?
To see if Riley is a character.
Riley? He looks thoughtful for a moment, almost as if he's straining to remember something. Right. He's quiet for a long moment before he finally says, I believe Riley. That's all he says, lost in his memory.
Can I do an insight check to see if it's old age getting to him or magic is getting to him?
Sure, go for it.
Now we're doing some investigating.
6.
Now we're not doing no investigating.
I'm trying, alright?
All right. So
But
here's
we
what
don't have
your
magic users.
insight checked out. If you want to roll again for Arcana to see if it's a spell, that's fine with me. But insight, it doesn't seem like it's old age getting to him. It seems like he's really trying very hard to remember something. He's not as old as the scribes are. He's probably in his mid 40s.
Okay.
Got a 19 on the Arcana check.
19 in the Arcana check.
Yes.
All right.
He's possessed.
So, as you stare at the mayor, the middle-aged man, you faintly hear a soft music playing in the background,
So, bitch.
and that is all that you can hear or see. That's all that you find out.
While they're in there talking, or while he's in there doing his thing, I walk over to Rayleigh and ask, "What exactly do you do?"
I do.
Hmm. What is? It's clear by looking at most of us what we're kind of capable of doing. What exactly do you focus on?
I like being in the forest. I like nature.
You like being in the forest and you like nature. Okay, so all right, let me ask this: when you hit somebody, how do you hit them? Do you punch them? Do you shoot them with something? Do you wince? Do you run away?
I probably wince.
Throw my hands up in the
I
air and I
don't
go
really
walking into the
hit.
mayor's office.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
concerning.
Well, what are you guys gonna do now?
Well, we've been outside the whole time, so we haven't heard all of this.
Nope. You still there, Finric?
Oh.
He's been
No, his
paused for a
camera's
minute.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, his camera's gone.
Might need to charge the battery or something.
I was about to say, did his phone die?
Yep,
And
there
there it
goes.
Well, while we figure this out, can we take like a quick bathroom break or something?
Yeah, we sure can. We'll probably play for a little bit longer after the bathroom break, but yeah, I'll put it on my be right back screen, guys. And
I
we'll
can
be
do
right back.
another hour.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Gonna be back in a minute.
My phone died. That's why I disconnected. had my phone plugged in, it just wasn't charging.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute. I was answering your question. I said, yeah, it is fun. It's just, it's more of a learning curve. Um, oh, he disappeared. I mean, it helps too with my backstory of just being clueless, because then I don't have to. Because then, like, and I'm the one that knows the least and starts. Oh well, yeah.
Kind of a general question. I know what we decided with Megan's backstory, but she would at least know what she's capable of doing in a fight, correct? Like she would know what class
Are
she
you
is,
sure?
basically. But that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Okay, so what I was trying to hint at when I was asking like what you could do and stuff, um, as a group chat, as a group talk right now, we're dealing with a magical issue right now. This is definitely more in your field, Megan. This is more catered for you to investigate and you to get in there and take control of. That's what I was trying to hint at earlier
Okay.
with your like what do you do?
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking my occupation.
I understand we don't know anything right now. Like we don't know exactly what's going on, but
You might have
what
to spell it out a little bit more too, because if I didn't even know about things about like using arcana to see if someone's under a spell. So you could like ask me that more specifically. Oh, okay.
those are the exact words I was trying to drag out of her without trying to go a metagame. It was so damn hard.
Mm. I certainly learned a lot. Hmm. Oh, it sucked. I fucking
You
hated
fucking suck, dude. We need a whole new DM and
it.
shit like that. Like what the fuck? I'm trying to like I'm trying to s- I'm trying to like slide in without I'm trying to slide into the game without like with it's we talked about the backstory and we talked about exactly what you're trying to see out of them. I'm trying to make sure I incorporate that in but not lose where he came from.
I've mostly been looking for opportunities to use what I'm good at, but I really haven't really seen much because most of it is kind of unnecessary. Like I could have intimidated the old man, but that seems like that probably was unnecessary. Uh, I know. I know, but like, we just arrived in this town where dangerous things seem to be going on. Uh, and if I just go like, "Oh, old man, tell me," and I shake him up and stuff like that, it's like I don't want to just like ruin the fact that we just got here and we're already leaving. You know, I did that before in something years ago. I I told Legend this story when I played with my previous group. Like we just walked into a town and I walked into like a potion shop or something, and I had this dagger that I wanted to sell, and I couldn't pay for this potion that I needed, and so I was like, "Excuse me, fair maiden, would you be interested in taking this dagger in exchange for your potion?" And she's like, "Oh, this trade wouldn't work, and you can't do it. You must pay me money." And so they go off and do their story. He comes back to me and he's like, "Sonny, do you want to pay for this potion? Buy my damn dagger." And she's like, "No, no, I can't do it." And so then I basically threatened her. I was like, "Okay, either you take my dagger so you can defend yourself, or I'll give you a reason to defend yourself." So she calls on like her sons or something, and they throw me out of the town, and we're not welcome back. So I didn't want something like that to happen again. Mm.
You gave that old man a heart attack just because you wouldn't back off, you bastard.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Very much so. Yeah.
You had to think about it a minute. You had to think about it.
Minus my phone dying, but
Yes.
my phone. Yeah, I like it. Just my phone keeps dying, so I had to whip out a battery pack.
All right. Somebody's got a bomb dropping around their house right now. What the hell?
It's ambulances going past my house.
Oh,
Yeah, I try to mute it when. But
all right, all right, all right, all right.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We're gonna do some more dungeoneering tonight before, just a little bit before we hop off for the night. So when we left off, everybody was still in the city hall trying to decide what to do, and there's a forest, there's a ranger, things are happening. Let's go.
Okay, wait. Who's where right now?
Y'all are well. Okay, so Rayleigh, Rayleigh, Damien, and Vulcan are kind of in the main room of the city hall, and Fenric
I said
is.
I walked into the office with Benrick.
Oh, okay. Well, then y'all are both in the office. You and Fenric are in the office, and then Vulcan and Rayleigh are in the main
We're
hall.
outside by the tellers or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
clerks, scribes, fun stuff.
So,
So,
any headway with the old man? I say it loud and bluntly.
only Fenric hears you.
I say it louder. Any luck with the old man?
so for what I got from him,
Mayor's office.
not too much luck yet. I'm gonna try one more. Mr.
Okay. Can't hear you.
This
Uh-oh.
Hang on 1 second, guys. It's probably just his phone because it's on low battery mode right now. So just
Also,
give him
too,
a
I
second.
think it might be because of how far away he is from the microphone.
I
Might be
mean,
a
it's
little
been
bit
coming
off
in
the
pretty easily all night, so we'll just give him a second. Oh, there he goes.
mic. Ooh, wait, can you plug that into your phone?
Yep, he's doing it right now.
Holy shit!
Technology. No.
better?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Little
yeah.
bit.
That's a hell of a lot better.
Okay, so did y'all hear say that I went into the mayor's
So,
office too?
I heard you.
Okay.
All right, I'm following since
But that
I'm
matters.
alone.
The only one that matters is if the DM heard.
So y'all are all in the mayor's office.
Yes.
Go ahead, Finrick.
all right.
Any luck?
Mr. Mayor, we couldn't quite find this Riley guy you described to us. Could you perhaps describe him to and keep an eye out for him?
Riley? The mayor says again. But he won't say anything else. He just seems to trail off at this point, not saying anything further.
What did he tell you so far?
A lot. Every time I mention the word Riley, and because of magic,
Oh boy,
his own will or do it.
we're kind of
Well,
catching that
considering
from what
already-
you're saying there.
Considering I already heard everything, let's just assume he told me exactly what I already heard.
Wait, you're in
Um,
here? I heard
Yeah,
everything
he's
you said.
nodding his head. So yeah, you heard,
Okay. So,
but you didn't hear any. Well, he just told you what happened
Right.
with his Arcana check.
Yeah. So, having learned everything that just happened in the room, I get a little frustrated and I go over to the old man. I say, "Tell me what I need to know." Am I intimidating him?
Roll for intimidation if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and kill him now since I told that story.
Well, you're like, it's okay, and I wanted to do it already, so I'm just gonna
Go for it.
All
Oh,
right.
go for it.
9.
While
9.
this is going on, I'm closing the door.
So the mayor just kind of looks at you blankly, not in the least intimidated, and certainly not understanding what you're talking about.
I look over. I look over at Rayleigh and kind of just like,
Okay, so I do an Arcana check.
Okay, roll for Arcana.
16.
16. So you hear absolutely nothing. There's no signs of any kind of magical spell or anything that is over the mayor.
Hey guys, he's not under a spell.
I think we've done all we can in this room. To be completely honest, for now.
Keep
Can
getting
I
such low
do?
rolls.
What's an insight? Can I do an insight check?
You can. Sure, go for it.
10.
10. You notice nothing insightful about the older man except for that he is a mayor, that he is 45-ish, and that he has gray hair.
Okay.
So, edge of
think
the
we're done
forest,
here,
I guess.
Okay.
I think we did everything else on our list, so yeah.
Okay. As we're all walking out of the town hall, I'm leaving a little bit last, and I just look at the redhead. Says she's a clerk. I just look at the redhead clerk. Mayor's having a heart attack. You might need his help, and I just leave.
Roll for persuasion. Actually, roll for deception.
Should be good in this, damn it. I just had an. Oh, good. 13.
13. She doesn't believe you. She just rolls her eyes at you as you pass.
You're lost.
So y'all are all going to the forest now?
Yes.
So y'all all walk west along the street to the forest, and it looms up over you dark and brooding. There are many pine trees and other such northernish trees around, as well as a large hill that looms ever higher and higher, almost seeming as a mountain toward to you. As you get closer and closer, you get an eerie feeling, and the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. It seems as if something is watching you.
Are we still on the edge?
Yeah, you're on the edge of the forest. You're not inside yet. Well, let's see. Hold on 1 second. Alrighty, this is gonna be fun, boys and girls. Alright,
I'm
As you
pulling
approach-
across, bro.
as you approach, I will allow one roll from each of you for perception.
Freaking goblin sitting on the freaking fringe.
21.
Is it a natural 20?
4.
How would I know?
Look at the dice. Did it land on a 20?
Oh, no, it's 18 plus 3.
Is it a natural 20, Legion?
No.
4, Josh? I heard you when you said it, actually, interestingly enough.
What's your roll, Megan?
You there, really?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what'd you roll?
15.
15? Alrighty, sounds good. Okay, so
So we just
hang on a second. Hang on a second.
We're just looking.
I was trying to figure out like how many feet from the actual, like when we say edge, I mean I'm trying to figure out.
An arrow whizzes past your head, Damien. An arrow strikes you, Vulcan, and does. Let me see. It does 8 damage to you.
Can I use medicine on him?
Not yet.
Do I subtract that now?
Hey, yeah, subtract it now. Fenric, what is your armor class?
Armor class of 13.
13. An arrow strikes you in the shoulder, dealing 3 damage to you. There are goblins in the forest, and now you must roll for perception. Or, not perception, I'm sorry. Roll for initiative.
First battle.
No.
First
Roll
battle.
initiative.
Yeah.
Right next to your armor class if you don't know where it is. And keep it up on your D&D Beyond until. Don't clear it out.
Yeah.
I'm already down to 4.
Sorry. Better you, though, than anyone else.
I figured.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it strike me?
Struck you in the chest. But you
Oh.
don't have to worry about any conditions or anything. Alright, so y'all rolled for initiative. What y'all got?
Oh,
Natural
all of us?
Oh, natural 20? Yeah, all of you roll for initiative. Each of you. So Fenric got a natural 20. Awesome.
13.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
18.
What was that, really?
18.
18. Cool. You said a 13, Damien?
Yeah.
Vulcan got a 6. Okay. All right, Fenric, you go first.
All right. See where these goblins are.
They are 30 feet in front of you, just in at the trees. Y'all are 30 feet from the trees.
I cast.
What do you cast? I'm sorry.
Chill
Chill touch.
and necromancy spell that does. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And
Rolled a 4, which is 19.
give me a second. You said 19 is what you rolled for? Is that the D20? Yeah, we're losing you.
Yeah, he said D20.
D20? Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. Are you attacking Goblin 1, 2, or 3?
Goblin 1.
Okay, cool. Alright, roll for damage. 7. Cool. Goblin 1 feels the icy touch of, Fenric and is struck dead. He clutches his heart as he falls. Okay, now it is Rayleigh's turn.
So what all can I use? A weapon or a spell?
Yeah, if you have a spell that does damage, you can use a spell. You can attack with any of your other weapons that you have.
If they're within range, if you're using a melee.
Yeah, well, everyone's speed should be about 30, right? So, she's in range to move and attack.
Yeah, you're gonna have to walk her through all of that.
All right, I got a sling.
You got a sling?
Roll for attack.
Yeah, roll to see if you hit him first. So roll a d20. So on your character sheet with your sling, you're gonna underneath the box that says hit/DC, you just click the box that's right across from sling.
There's a box that says hit DC.
Okay, so if you're on your D&D page,
Yeah.
you see where it says right next to that long box where it says skills. There's a box that says actions, right?
Yes.
Okay. So underneath
Okay.
all, yeah, you found it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for see if you hit it.
23.
She
23.
missed.
Is that a natural 20?
What does that mean?
Did
Did the dice land on a 20?
No.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, roll for damage. So it's the box right next to the sling, to the hit DC.
No, as a heads up, Ava, if we do roll a natural 20 for attack, it automatically gives us the crit.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything else.
6. Rayleigh, you said 6?
Yes, I rolled the 6.
Okay, cool. Are you attacking Goblin 1, 2, or 3? They're all rather next to each other.
I thought you said one was dead.
I'm sorry, are you attacking 2 or 3?
2.
2? Okay. Goblin 2 is hurt very badly. He's clutching his eye where the rock from your sling hit him, and it is gushing blood. And now it is Damien's turn.
How close are the two goblins?
They're within 30 feet of you, straight ahead.
No, how close are they to each other? I'm sorry.
Oh, they're standing right next to each other.
They're 30 feet ahead?
30 feet ahead of you, standing right next to each other, within 5 feet of each other.
Okay, now let me ask you this because the way I have it set up, I have a dagger in one hand, and then I'm dual wielding the other one, so
Mhm.
I could do one attack and then a bonus action to attack the next, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so I just run up to both of them. Use my bonus action to hit the one that's already hurt, the one that Megan's character just hit.
Okay, so go ahead, roll for hit, but do not add that +5 or whatever that proficiency bonus. So that plus
Yeah, it
whatever
doesn't do
number.
that.
Yeah,
It doesn't do that.
Okay,
No.
cool.
14 to hit.
14 to hit. Your attack with your left hand misses the goblin.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hang on a second.
Or your offhand, I should say.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use my main dagger to try and finish that one off.
Okay, so still attacking goblin 2. Roll.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. Roll.
That's gonna be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. You cleave a massive gash across the goblin's chest, and he crumples to the ground rather suddenly.
Okay. So that was 30 feet of movement just to get to them, right?
Yep. So you cannot move away.
Okay. So I just put my daggers up in front of me, defensive position, and end my turn.
Okay. It is Vulcan's turn.
I'm already dying.
You're not dead yet.
Not dead yet, but if I go over there, I'm probably okay. So how many goblins are left?
One goblin.
One goblin.
Mhm.
I guess I'll go to attack.
Cool.
Go
Wait.
big or go home.
Attacking with your greatsword.
Yes.
Okay. You know how to roll it already?
No.
Okay. So, on the D&D Beyond page, right next to that long box that says skills, there's another box with a bunch of choices at the top that says action, equipment, features and traits, description, blah, blah, blah. You're already on the tab that you need, so you just
I
look
hit
for your...
DC.
Yeah, hit DC box, click that, which with whatever weapon you want to use, which I'm assuming
Okay.
is your greatsword.
I'll hit with the great sword.
Okay.
For fuck's sake. 8.
You got an 8?
Yeah.
As you swing your mighty great sword, the goblin just kind of laughs as it's just short of him.
I imagine I had to duck because of that.
Why am I alive?
No, he's on the other side of you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Goblin's turn. Goblin on the attack. God dang it. Stay on the desk, please. And the goblin misses you, Vulcan.
It's about time.
Mwomp, mwomp.
All right. Fenric, your turn.
I run up to the goblin and pull out my and whack him with a bow staff.
Okay.
Roll
What's that?
18.
18?
18.
All right. You hit. Roll for damage.
Three.
3. Your hit lands, and the goblin, you hit his left arm, and the goblin kind of clutches it as you hit him. Okay. It is now Rayleigh's turn.
Hitting the goblin again.
This is Goblin 3, so
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but go ahead. You're attacking with your sling, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Roll for hit.
I got a 17.
Okay. Roll for damage.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. The stone from your sling goes straight through the goblin's head, and he falls to the ground dead. All goblins are defeated. The encounter is over.
Da, 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 da.
Man, I'm so happy somebody did that.
I was planning on doing it to begin with. He just beat me to the punch.
It kind of just happened.
That's okay. All right, so yes, the Final Fantasy music plays, and we are finished with the campaign. Y'all each get
Finished with the campaign. We won. Good job,
not
guys.
the campaign. I'm sorry, the encounter. Y'all each get 150 experience. Go ahead, add that to each of your characters for me. Well, let me double check, make sure that's right. Roll.
You might have to explain how to do that later, or
Yeah, I can explain
click
how to do
your,
that later. Just make sure to write it down somewhere.
okay.
I could just walk you through it right now while he's doing that, Megan, if you want.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and walk that through tonight.
Okay.
Tomorrow, because we're trying to come up to the end of the night here. So
Gotcha.
I need healing.
Yeah.
Shut up, Genji.
Can I heal him?
you can heal him, but you can also try and check the bodies to see if they had any healing potions or something.
Okay, like we can check the goblins' bodies.
Yep.
I'll walk up to Vulcan.
I'd do it.
You just can't stay out of trouble at all.
I would have done it already, but I mean, I'm kind of concerned about being struck in the chest with an arrow.
How about you go about 50 feet away from the forest and just lay on your back? Maybe they'll miss this time. I go and check the bodies as well.
Okay. Go ahead, roll for investigation.
That's for me and Megan, right?
Yeah, both you and Megan.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Well, needless to say, Legion, you don't find anything on the bodies.
I found goblins.
You found goblins, and you found that they were dead, and that was it. Megan. You found 18 gold pieces on the goblin. And that is all. Do you want to...
I'm glad we looked for you.
Fenric and Vulcan, do y'all want to search the bodies?
Yes.
I have time for that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. The one that I was...
rolled a 10.
You rolled a
I
10?
guess that's-
Give me 1 second here, Vulcan. You found 25 copper pieces, Fenric, on one of the bodies.
What do I roll?
Investigation.
Here we go. 8.
You got an 8. You find
A paperclip and a Subway coupon.
10
Subway
copper
coupon was
pieces and 2 healing potions.
Yay. Guess I'll do it myself. I'll use a potion on myself.
Okay. How do you do potion again? Let me see. Good.
I think it depends on the potion.
Yeah, it does. All right,
Do I know
so
I'm
you're
not
gonna roll
holding a poison
two.
potion?
So you're gonna roll 2d4 dice, and you're gonna add 2 to the total number. So if you rolled like a 2 and a 4, you would get 6 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. That's how the common works, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by any of that.
I'll roll for you. Alright, so you heal for 6 health.
I'll use the other one.
Okay. How much? Let's see. You took
I'm at 10 right now.
Yeah, okay, cool. So cool. Yeah, you heal for the rest of the way. You're at full health again.
Cool.
Well, that was fun. Are we going to sit here on the fringes of the forest still, or are we just going to walk away from this now before we get shot again?
Oh, on the bodies again, just kind of in general for everyone, you'll find a note that one of the goblins had scrawled out in common speech. He was saying something about waiting for that dirty old ranger to come back on it, or to go home at night, basically. So the ambush was clearly meant for a certain ranger.
Well, then, before we walk away, can I do a perception check to make sure there's nothing else waiting around?
Yeah, go for it.
14.
You see nothing in the forest except for the ominous feeling that you're still being watched.
What are we doing now? Are we waiting here, or are we going back to town?
I'll do a perception check too.
Okay, roll.
I rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17.
Holy shit.
You see nothing in the forest, but the feeling that you're being watched grows stronger.
Alright, nobody roll any higher before we get ambushed by whatever's watching us.
Okay, all this is creeping me out, so why don't we go back and wait for the ranger?
I thought you loved forests.
Alright, so the vote is to go back to the tavern.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay.
Sure.
So y'all make y'all's way back to the tavern, and the same young barkeeper is still keeping the bar. There are still no other persons in the bar. And he looks up at you as you enter. His bright red hair flows behind him. "Oh, welcome back," he says.
We got shot. Drinks on the house.
He laughs kind of nervously at you. "I'm sorry about that, but I must insist on you paying for your drinks, sir."
I grab him by the chest.
Okay. Roll for
Windows
intimidation. I'm assuming you're going to try and intimidate him for free beer.
I'm closing the door. I'm closing the door.
Not a natural 20, but 20.
Okay. The young bartender kind of laughs nervously and says, "Well, I suppose one round wouldn't go amiss." And he pours
Okay.
you all a rather cheap ale that is not nearly as good as mead from Mead Haven.
Yeah, it's alcohol.
I take a sip out of it. You didn't appreciate the fact that we let you live, did you? I'll just take another sip.
The bartender laughs rather nervously again. "Well, I suppose adventurers like you will need rest for tonight while you... What exactly are you doing?" he asks.
We're waiting for the ranger.
"Oh, Alteric. Right, you asked about him earlier. Well, he usually doesn't come back till late at night, so you'll need some sort of room. It's only a gold piece if you don't mind."
Say I do mind. No, you know what? Here, just take the gold piece.
Thank you, sir.
I give him a gold piece as well.
I give him mine.
I do as well.
Cool. He thanks you very generously, and then he gives you each rooms. They are each keys. I'm sorry. Each key has a number on it. It is numbered 1 through 4.
Okay,
I'll take room 2.
Wait. He gave each of us a key?
Yes.
Okay, I just walk into the closest one and go in.
Which will be room 4.
Does the door even open? Do you have the key?
Well, he gave us all a key, so yeah.
Yeah, he
So
took.
you just okay.
So there's
he took-
room 1 and 3 left. It's still kind of the middle of the day, but you can wait in your rooms. It wouldn't be a bad thing to take a rest. I'm sure y'all are all tired from hiking and the
I
battle.
mean, I'll at least go check out the room.
Okay, cool.
Room
So,
1.
like, are you trying to investigate anything or see if you see anything amiss, or just looking at the room?
I mean, if there's free stuff like lotion and shit, sure.
It's a
Taking all
bed
the sundries and shit.
with a wooden
I'm the
dresser.
kind of I'm
a
the
lamp.
kind of guy that goes into a hotel and takes all the free stuff. You know.
Well, you see nothing but a bed, a dresser, and a lamp, and a closet, and a washing bowl.
Hey, the lamp.
Hey, free washing bowl. I'm kidding.
I take the lamp out of
I
mine.
check to see if there's any loose floorboards or anything of that nature.
Okay, roll investigation. Sorry. 3. You find
It's a
no
room.
loose floorboards. Yes,
Yeah,
it's a very
board.
sturdy wooden floor.
That'd be wood.
That'd be wood.
Is there a window in mine?
No.
Shit. Okay. Wait, is there a window? Like, can I go room to room and just see if there's a window in any of the rooms?
You can try.
You don't have a key, so probably not.
I'll knock on the doors.
Well,
My room.
you can
Do I
knock
roll
on the
for that?
doors. No, you don't have to roll for that. Upon investigating the other rooms, just to kind of speed things up, you see that 1 and 3, Vulcan and Fenric's room, has a window that faces the river to the, the rest of the town, and, the river to the east.
Okay, I go back to my room.
Okay, cool. Well, if y'all don't mind, I think this is a good place to stop for the night, and we'll pick it up next week. Next week will be good. We'll let y'all have a long rest for your characters, so go ahead and reset them. And we'll continue where we left off. Yeah. Not next week, because I am going to be up in... Actually, I'm going to be traveling back, so I'm not sure if I can make it back in time for next week, but the week after, for sure.
What are we resetting?
Your house. Making sure
yeah.
it's all the way back up.
Yeah, so basically, if you're on D&D Beyond, there is a button for a long rest. Just go ahead and click it. It'll do everything automatically.
Take a long rest.
Yep.
Oh, that's how you were. Okay.
With the long rest,
Fantastic.
the long rest is like you got to do it for 8 hours. Short rest, I think, is what, 30 minutes? 1
Short
hour?
rest is 4 hours.
Oh, 4 hours. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you can't just click the button. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting there wherever we are for 8 hours waiting for you to heal up.
Pretty much.
So what is it? Does it like reset the numbers or something? Like what is it?
Yeah,
do?
so like if you used a spell like Fenric did, you get your spell slots back. Stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
anyway, thanks everybody for coming out watching the stream. Hope you had a lot of fun. If you watched the YouTube video, courtesy of Legion, we really appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed what you saw here tonight. So, thanks again, everybody, for coming out and playing tonight. We'll see you back